What does it do? Snackers, snackettes, and snack X's. It's your boy Gage. I'm here with Sin.
Yes, sir.
No, Jokes is not here.
Yes.
Jokes is not coming. Jokes is feeling a little under the weather.
Yes.
So please send him well wishes and love. He got some kind of a weekend bug. He went somewhere and did something that probably had to do with wrestling or touching or rubbing or something. My man,
I hope not. That means I'm next, probably.
Why? Because y'all was touching and rubbing together?
No, we just happen to be in the same location together on Sunday night. That's all I'm saying.
Is that so?
That's all. What up, Perp?
What up, Perp? Perp
What
23.
up, Doc?
Doctor Who. What's up, Doc? Can we rock?
We got Xander here.
Sending
jokes and well wishes.
Yeah. Or whatnot ever. Hope he feels better or whatnot ever. That rhymes that should go on a shirt. Hope you feel better or whatnot ever. You share that with him, sir. Good evening,
hey, mama. Appreciate it, Perk. Thanks.
Hey, listen, we trying, bro.
Yeah.
I really do appreciate it. Well, they say consistency is key.
That's what they say. King.
But it's Women's History Month, so consistency is queen. What up, Heather?
I like that.
Speaking of a queen. So check this out. We got a bunch of stuff we're gonna cover, we're gonna talk about, we're gonna look at. And if you all were here last week, we gave you some homework so that y'all could come in this week. Perfect. Oh no, there's no such thing as days off, bro. Yeah. Never. So hopefully you all have some female antagonists that you are prepared to share with us this evening. I brought a bunch of them. So we ought to have a good time, but we're gonna save that for the end of the show.
Cool.
Sin, you have a job to do.
Yes, so let's start out by celebrating our top tier patrons, starting with Anthony Cunningham, Marcus Houston, Susan Dortch, Tyrone Carson, Meticulous Skin, Alex Lee, and Ellis Mbe. Thank you very much. We truly, truly appreciate it.
That is an absolute fact. And Sin, because Jokes isn't here, I'm gonna give you to the end of the show to figure out how to get the beacons link up for everybody. But I got it. It's nothing. I can do a good job. Hey, so look. Sin, there are a couple trailers that dropped over the last couple of days.
I'm sure.
So we have some things to watch. Now, you all know that sometimes when we do this, we have a little bit of trouble.
Shaky.
To say the least. But we're going to try it and we're going to see what happens.
Oh, hey, boom.
Hey, it was good to see you over this weekend, man. I'm sad that it was over the conditions we had to see each other in, but it was good to see you. It's been way too long. So good to see you. J. Robert Deans, what's up? Feels like it's been way too long since you checked in last. So it's definitely good to see your name pop up for sure. I hope all is well with you. Sin?
Yo.
I'm gonna let you pick. Choose one or two.
One.
All right. Well, let's do it. Good choice.
Okay.
Sure would have been a good choice either way. What's that say?
Say what up, family? Marcus
been out hanging out with the big boys. All right, are we ready?
Let's do it.
Can I kick it?
Yes, we can.
Can I kick it?
Permanent teenager.
Lob it up. Stay still. Stay still. Now. Oh! Let's try that again, but with ninja stars. Hey, why did we pick a fruit shaped exactly like my head?
Just stop talking. You're ruining my concentration.
You're fine. Chill. He's gonna die.
What, did you hear that? What was that? Well, nothing we can do. You guys want to grab pizza?
Can I kick it? Can I kick it? Can I kick it? Can I kick it? What the heck are those things?
Those are like little Shreks to me.
Can I kick it? Can I kick it?
Oh, we've prepared our whole lives for this.
Can I kick it?
Oh my, I'm gonna be sick.
Leo, what happened? Is Donnie bleeding?
It was an accident. Mikey, watch out!
So, you were baby turtles who made contact with mystery goo.
Well, we prefer the term ooze, but yeah.
It's like more like it's just nicer.
It rolls off the tongue better, yeah.
Ooze.
It's nice, right? It's ooze.
Cannibal Bird, Ice Cube.
We have an all-star cast for this.
Hey, bruh. Jackie Chan is playing Master Splinter.
Fire.
I don't know how to not. I mean, I'm upset, but I'm not upset. Like, all right, here's the thing. They sound much younger than I'm used to.
Yeah, I did read that they got actual like teenagers to like play their voices. This time
They're
around.
young.
Yeah.
It has sort of a like a Spider-Verse look to it.
That's what I was thinking the whole time when I seen the screenshots and everything, and even looking at the trailer, I was like, yeah, it's very Spider-Verse, the way it's animated and looks.
Which isn't necessarily bad. Definitely Ninja Time. So here's the thing. This is not for me. But I feel like I'm gonna enjoy this a lot. And I'm only saying that because the cast, the song they chose for the trailer,
Can I kick it? Yep.
and Seth Rogen. Because we're in the same like age bracket. So like his nostalgia for Ninja Turtles should almost perfectly mirror my own. So I feel like I like Donnie and Glass a lot too. Donnie is also my favorite turtle, so you know. Looks potentially entertaining. I'll tell you what. The computer animated TMNT movie is incredible. It's such a good movie. Michael Bay Jones. Yeah,
I haven't seen the second one, but the first one, well, I would have been mad if I saw it in the theater. I was more entertained.
Yeah, actually, it's decent.
Yeah,
it's just Bayified. That's all. It's just like
yeah.
a lot of stuff blowing up or whatever. You know, it's not terrible.
Yeah.
It's just not, you know, but I have a good feeling about this. I really do. So, yeah, it was. That joint is so good. Man, the fight on the rooftop in the rain between that thing is smoking. Now, here's what I do know and what stood out to me the most is that when they released the day before the trailer dropped, it could very much have a Spider-Verse effect. Day before the trailer dropped, they started announcing who was playing what characters. No Shredder announced. It doesn't look like there's a Shredder in this film, which makes me feel like they're already planning for a sequel.
Yep.
At some point, there has to be a Shredder.
Yep. Agreed.
Also, Splinter has an afro, and that might be the one thing I have an issue with everything I saw in this film. But we'll see. I like the idea of them being kind of like preteens, very young, like ninth grade kind of, you know what I'm saying, aged, 8th grade, 9th grade kind of age, just kind of feels right. And it seems like a slightly different take for me. Like everything that I really recall about the Turtles made them seem more like they were in like the 16, 17, 18 range, give or take. So I kind of like this. I like the idea of it maybe being a little bit earlier, it being kind of fresh for them. Almost has sort of like a Batman Begins kind of thing. some rats could get nappy. I'm
I
gonna
ain't trying to get that close to a rat to find out.
On the top of their head. Yeah, who knows how the ooze affected him.
Well, no, I kind of do want to check it out. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little interested in it. The trailer was enough to make me. I don't know if I'm gonna go to the theater to see it, but I would definitely watch it, like on the streaming service or when it finally comes home or something like that. So we'll see.
It's Paramount. So I don't know, man. I actually think I might make a trip to the theater.
Okay.
To see it. I'll make a definitive decision when the second trailer drops. I want to see some like
action
fighting. So look, Bebop and Rocksteady were there. That's cool. I'm good with that. But I know there's some other stuff in there too that I'm waiting to see because again they announced some voices. So we won't talk any further about that. I'm interested. I like it. All right, so time for number 2. You ready?
Let's do it. Number 2. Captain America.
Captain America.
I was just wondering if you wanted to, go out sometime.
You want to get a coffee?
Now?
Yes, now.
I'll just hang on.
When I wake up, well, I know I'm gonna be.
Her name is Sadie.
Who wakes up next to you?
I mean, I know this sounds crazy, but I think she might be the one.
I know I'm gonna be the man who goes along with you.
She really is great. You'll see.
Any word?
She ghosted him.
I bet she isn't even seeing your text.
She does travel a lot for work.
Go to her.
I'm going to London.
Really, bro? Okay.
See, you get it. It's a grand romantic gesture.
It must be one hell of a first date.
5,000 miles. Look at that first date, bro.
I mean, whatever she got.
The magic.
She didn't ghost me. She just doesn't have
She
an
got that
international
come to London magic.
Oh, right.
That thing on.
Where am I?
Oh, God, you have the wrong guy?
I'm a farmer.
Wait.
Whoa. Can you walk, Gold? Say to you.
Look at that joint on his face.
Who are you?
CIA.
Boys are so confused. They kept asking me about the tax man.
They asked you about the taxman?
They think I am a tax man. You're the tax man.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
Came out the Iron Man
You
code.
got me kidnapped
Right.
and tortured all after one day. I swallowed a rock.
You're the one who flew to London.
It was a romantic gesture.
Get every bounty hunter on the continent. I want her alive.
This is bigger than you and me.
Did it never occur to you that he could be a foreign asset trying to compromise your mission?
Who the hell are you?
I'm the boyfriend.
Do you trust me?
Is that a joke?
April 21st. Okay. I can check that out.
I'm gonna tell you what's not gonna happen.
What?
I'm not gonna subscribe to Apple TV Plus to get that joint.
Oh, you think I am?
Look clean though. It reminds me. Ever see that movie? I think it's called The Killer with Ashton Kutcher.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I know about it. I can't remember. I probably seen it at some point watching one of the movies back in the day. But yeah, I know you're talking about.
Clean. That joint is clean. Kind of reminds me of that. I'm with it, man. I think I would go see that. Going on the watch list. See, listen. I feel like it's gonna be really good. It does epitomize stupid fun. It just seems like good old fashioned. Like the one-liners and zingers are gonna be solid. The physical comedy looks like it's gonna be, pretty solid.
Action looks like it's gonna be pretty decent in it. Like, be a fun viewing. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, it's straight to streaming, so it's not like, oh, do I go to the theater? No, sir.
Right. No. Just
don't even worry about it.
Just hit rent.
Yeah.
Or if you're on that streaming service, just tune in and hit play. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with it. I will definitely be checking that out.
I'm gonna check it out for sure.
Speaking of going to the movies, Creed 3 opened this past weekend. I did not see it.
I didn't see it.
I was a little busy. I still think I'm gonna go see it. I might try to sneak out at some point this week to go just holler at that thing real quick. But I'm hearing nothing but good things. I mean, you don't have to get Apple. Zayn might have Apple TV or something. My question is, when the hell is Apple going to release their originals to disc so I can buy them? I think they really want you to subscribe. There's something weird going on with some of the streaming services. It's actually one of the things that is part of the subject of talking about Creed, because Creed broke like 5 records this weekend. And one of the things that's being talked about is the fact that because it's an MGM film and because Amazon bought MGM, it's technically an Amazon film, like an Amazon produced film now, which, gives them
Neither have I, Doc.
So let me tell you something, Doc. Highly recommend. So one of the things about this is that it's the first Rocky movie, quote unquote, that doesn't have Rocky in it.
Right.
It is the biggest opening weekend for a sports movie ever, period. It is the biggest opening for the franchise history for Rocky. Biggest opening ever for a Black director's debut film.
Okay.
I know there was a lot of hullabaloo. There were some issues with the back and forth with Sylvester Stallone and Michael B. Jordan. Sylvester saying he'll never go see the film and blah, blah, blah. I think he just feels slighted because somehow Michael B. Jordan ended up in control of what has been.
I think he has beef with someone else. Like, it's not Michael B. Jordan he has beef with. It's someone else behind the scenes that he has beef with. I can't think of it now. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess I didn't phrase that quite correctly. Yeah. But, it's a good move for Michael B. Jordan.
Definitely.
Again, it's doing well. #1 film right now outside of that with Ant-Man. Knocks Ant-Man down, but it also gives Jonathan Major the 2 highest opening films back to back, being in the theater at the same time. Plus, he got the joint on Paramount now too. The aviation film.
Yeah,
he's getting it right now.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So 5.86 million. 58.6 million doesn't seem all that high, but it broke a lot of records and it was enough to topple everything else. I think Ant-Man pulled in like 12 million over the weekend. Now that's just domestic, so it remains to be seen what it does overseas and so forth.
Correct.
But yeah, so I just think that's cool. Kudos to them. Again, I'm hearing nothing but good things. So and I'm hearing, like, I've been hearing people say that Jonathan Majors is way scarier in this than he is as Kang.
I must see. Yeah, I can believe it. Look, the way he put hands on Ant-Man, this one is about putting Larry putting hands on people. So
it's all about
putting
hands. Yeah. So cool. That's good. Cool for them. I want to take a moment to talk about the Oscars. Oscars are the 12th of March. And being that it's Women's History Month, thought I'd share a fact. It's Major's a new Chadwick, young, charismatic, versatile actor, and grab the attention of the hearts of the generation. No, he is not. but only because I actually think that Jonathan Majors, to an extent, by choice, has a wider array of parts that he is willing to and able to play. Basically, everything that Chadwick Boseman did was like historical pieces.
Yeah.
Where he played like the things that he's known for. He played, historical figures. He did a lot of black films and stuff like that, and he's great in all of them. But as good as he is, he's not really given the same opportunity to stretch because of the choices that he made in the parts that he picked. I think by comparison, I think that Jonathan Majors has potential. Chadwick was great for us. And I think there are a lot of people that in his passing kind of harped on that and kind of took it beyond that. But I don't know that there are a lot of people who would put Chadwick on an acting pedestal as a whole, even with what he does deserve, because he kind of pigeonholed himself. He's a close number 2 to your Cheadle. I mean, Don Cheadle can do anything. That dude can play any role. It doesn't matter how big or how small it is. He brings it all the way home. I think Don Cheadle is one of the most underrated actors in Hollywood, period. But he ends up with more or less bit parts.
Mm-hmm.
Jonathan Majors can sing, dance, act, does plays. He's multi-talented for sure. And Chadwick can do all those things. Again, I just think Chadwick chose roles, or he may have gotten pigeonholed, typecast in a way, if you will,
those kind of roles,
where he couldn't break out of that. And I think that Jonathan, because for a lot of people, one of the first things they saw him in was something like Lovecraft, where yes, he is playing a smart young black man in that kind of spot.
Mm-hmm.
You don't think Jonathan Majors has a charisma? I disagree. He doesn't have the same charisma as Chadwick Boseman, but I do think that in a lot of ways, because Michael B. Jordan has a lot of charisma, but I think in a lot of ways, people take Michael B. Jordan and Chadwick Boseman's personal charisma, how they seem as actual people outside of their acting chops. When they sit down to do interviews, when somebody sits down to talk to them one-on-one, they take that charisma and they tack that on to the characters that they see them play.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think a lot of people are really, in my opinion, just now beginning to see Jonathan Majors sit down and do interviews, talk about who he is and what he does and whatever, because now, even though he's done some other stuff that's really great and very well received, it's that Marvel check that really kind of put him in people's eyes, and now people are really looking at him and they're inviting him, or he's going and doing these tours that are opening doors for him, and him being with somebody like Michael B. Jordan, who also is on that same train. Like Fruitvale Station put Michael B. Jordan on, truthfully, but I don't know, man. For a lot of people, if it's not for Killmonger, they don't care about Michael B. Jordan, and that's just a fact. Unfortunate but true.
I think maybe has charisma. He just needs the right role to really flex the charisma side. And from what I've seen of him in different things,
I think he has it.
I think
he does it in Lovecraft. I think that the nuances and the differences in the way that he plays different Kangs and different versions of Kangs, I agree. Sandy says Majors pop that up again. Majors is an actor. Watching interviews, I can tell he takes his time with his craft. Again, I think people think the same thing about Chadwick Boseman. But I think Chadwick Boseman was a little bit more for the people. I think that he chose roles, or again, possibly got pigeonholed, but chose roles where he could be a little more Geordie LaForge. You know what I mean? Like he picked roles where they were historical and he could teach something and he could do something for his people and whatever. And I don't know that Jonathan Majors is necessarily doing that or looking to do that. I do think that there is a void for a black action hero slash dramatic actor that exists where Will Smith can no longer fit in, that Jonathan Majors has a potential to fit into if he also has the comedy chops. That's the one thing I haven't really seen him do and do well is comedy.
True.
Outside of that, but I haven't seen Michael B. Jordan do that. I haven't seen him do comedy chops. I haven't. So that's the thing that I think that they're missing. But still there's a void that's there to be filled. And again, when the highest paid actor in Hollywood slaps a comedian in the face and then that comedian goes on Netflix and makes a stand-up about it, there's a void now to be filled. So let's see what happens with it. Back to the Oscars. So the Oscars are happening on 12. I don't generally watch the Oscars. I do pay attention to what's happening in the Oscars though. But again, it is Women's History Month, so I just thought I'd drop this little fact on you. Sin, did you know?
Probably not, but go ahead.
Well, that's why I'm asking, because I figured you didn't know. That there has only ever been one woman of color to win Best Actress at the Oscars.
Oh, I can believe that.
In 94 years. This is the 94th Academy Awards. One. Do you know who it is?
No.
Can you take a guess?
Who's the only black woman of color to win an Oscar in 94 years?
You want a hint?
Sure, why not?
Made me feel good.
Halle Berry.
Halle Berry. And that was in 2002.
I remember that now.
That's how long ago that was.
Yeah, that's when people were complaining that she had to like sell her body or whatever, like on screen in order to win it, and when they gave it to Denzel, like you had to play a bad guy or whatever to get it. Yeah, I remember when all that was happening.
A lot of times and all that. Yeah. So it's interesting. And over the years, what's been happening is there have been people who have won Best Supporting Actress. But those people of color who have won Best Supporting Actress have actually more or less been in the main actress role. Like they should have been Best Actress nominees as opposed to Supporting Actress nominees. So there is a possibility that we could see history take place because Michelle Yeoh is up for Best Actress. And I'm going to tell you what. If she doesn't win it, it's going to be some table flipping. I'm just telling you. It's going to be some table flipping. She's basically taking it in every other award ceremony is. SAG, like you name it. Everything Everywhere All at Once is the best movie that came out last year, hands down. It just is. And they are taking awards left and right. And she's up for it and she deserves it. I know there's a lot of back and forth about like them doing some campaigning or whatever for this one lady who nobody even really knows her. Nobody really saw the movie. The movie barely got a release. It only eked out and they used that to kind of push. Because really the Woman King should have been up as well. Which by the way is on sale right now. And I just bought that joint for like $5.
Okay.
You know, gotta get the 4K.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be interesting to see. We'll see if history changes, but if you go back and you watch, and I just encourage you, just like Google it, Halle Berry, Oscar, and watch her speech. It's crazy to listen to her talk about how she received that award for women like Dorothy Dandridge and Eartha Kitt and other women of color who did it way before she did, and talking about how now the door has been opened for other women of color to just come through and do the same thing. And there has not been a single one. Not a single one.
Yeah.
Since then. Woman King definitely got shafted. it definitely got shafted. So it's gonna be real interesting to see, but we'll see what happens. Sometimes politics and things align, and the idea of it being Women's History Month, the idea of it being an Asian woman and not a black woman. Viola Davis has been snubbed multiple times, but Viola Davis does in fact have a Best Supporting Actress Oscar for a role that should have been considered for a Best Actress, not technically. So we'll see. I'm pretty sure we're gonna see the hashtag again, Oscar so white, blase, blah. We'll see how it goes. I just thought it was worth mentioning. Now, y'all had some homework. Sin, you had some homework.
Mm-hmm.
So tonight we're gonna share with you all, in honor of Women's History Month, some of our favorite female protagonists.
Antagonists.
Antagonists.
Protagonists. I'm gonna say, whoops.
Protagonists is next week. So some of our favorite antagonists, which we thought would be cool to start with, because I don't think antagonists get enough love. Clearly, in a lot of cases, you can't make it work without them.
Very true.
So Sin and I have some. We're ready to share. Sin, how many you got?
I got 3. This was actually this actually was more difficult than I thought it was.
Wasn't it difficult, bro?
Yeah. Like,
but then I started rolling.
Yeah, like I'm trying to think of people. I can't think of nobody. And then I don't know where it came from. At work, something just hit me. And I was like, okay, I got my number 1. Oh wait, okay, I can use this person. Okay, kind of little start coming one by one. It's like, okay, I got 3 good ones for me that I honed in on.
If any of you saw the reel that got posted to our Instagram or our TikTok earlier today, then you already know a bunch of mine. I have like 10 or 11. I did manage to think of something. And the thing was, I was having such a difficult time getting started that once I got started, I was like, well, I'm just going to add this one. I'm going to add this one. I'm going to add this one, because it just started to feel like maybe there just aren't a lot of female antagonists, but there definitely are. There are definitely some ones out there. So, Sin.
Yeah.
What you got? Since you have 3, I'll let you do all 3 of yours, because maybe they overlap a little bit. Probably not. I figure you probably got some anime joints in there.
I got 1 anime joint, and I got 2 from just TV. So
okay.
All right, so let's go with this one first. Let's go with the TV one. Regina Mills from Once Upon a Time. I was a very big fan of this show. I'm actually thinking about going back and actually finishing it. But she was just a great villain in that show. Even though she was like the evil witch or whatever from like the fairy tale side.
Yeah.
I didn't really care for her in that side, but in the real world, just her outfits was always on point. Her look was always on point. Like, she was an absolute beast. And she was honestly my favorite character in that for like the whole run of it. Like, I felt her when she was like being vindictive and evil and all that kind of stuff. I thought she was a great villain in that show. She's definitely one of my favorites of all time. Next, let's switch to anime. This terrifying chick. Big Mom, who they are still beefing with now in the show heavily. She is one of the Yonkos, which is the 4 pirate lords, which tells you right there how insanely powerful she is.
That doesn't, if you don't know. Like, if you don't know, that doesn't really tell you. So you got to give people some context for what it means to be a pirate lord in One Piece.
All right. They have, factions. They have 3 admirals. We know the admirals are absolute beasts for the Navy. The pirate lords are at the top of the food chain when it comes to the pirates. Like, they run countries, the whole 9 yards. Big Mom is one of them. She's the only female in that bracket. She is an absolute monster. Her skill, her devil fruit is terrifying. She has the soul fruit, where she can take your soul, pretty much like take time off your life and give it to herself, give it to inanimate objects that will be loyal to her and follow her. So when you're watching, you see like chairs and stuff talking because somebody wronged her. She took their soul, killed them, and put it in something else that'll be loyal to her. And she is an absolute menace. And she ate her family when she was 6, her entire family. So she's all about rebuilding her family. Yeah, she's a problem in it right now.
She ate them?
Ate them. Yeah, don't get her hungry. Don't get Big Mom hungry, whatever you do. Like, it doesn't turn out good for anybody. If she wants something to eat, give her what she wants to eat and stay out of her way and just obey her, or else everybody around is going to pay the price. And even when they first ran into her and fought her in the show, they had to run away. It was like, nope, we can't beat her. I'm even watching like, there's no way y'all gonna beat her. Like, she is just way too powerful. And sure enough, Luffy and the Straw Hats got what they came to do and left. Now they're a little bit stronger. They're actually fighting her and Kaido at the same time. So that thing is still going on right now. But that's that for anime as far as me. And my last one, and number one with a bullet. If y'all watch Game of Thrones, y'all already know Cersei effing Lannister. This woman is terrifying. She is manipulative. She is cunning. She is every evil thing you can think of. She embodies all of it whatsoever. Like she is so great at this role. I can't think of the actress name right now, but like she gets hassled out in public still about this. Like, oh, you that B from Game of Thrones. You know what I mean? Like she even told a story on some talk show when she was giving birth to her daughter, and the nurse linked in and said something like in her ear from the show, from like a point where she was like down bad in the show, and that just like really messed her up. Like, dog, it's a show, but that just shows. I just say it to say that shows how good she was in this role from beginning to end. Like, you hate her off episode 1 to the very end of this series run. She is that good and that terrible of a human being. And when you think she is down, no, she is not. Trust me, she will get you back. She is vindictive as hell, and she's gonna do whatever it takes to survive. And she does it constantly. Outmaneuvering people, manipulating people, playing the mental chess games, playing the politics with everybody who might want to sleep on her because she a woman. Nah, don't do that. You're gonna lose every single time banging against her. Don't do it. So she is number one with a huge, huge bullet for me, Cersei Lannister.
I dig it.
I dig those are mine.
What's the chat saying, man?
Gotta switch back over to it because I had to get the pictures up. Yeah. Let's see.
Why are you doing that?
Yeah, Lena Headley. Thank you.
Yes. Yep, right.
Cersei was definitely an evil genius. She was. That's what the nurse said. Thank you. Shame.
Dang.
That's what she said to her. Yep.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Shame. So look, mine aren't in any order. But I'm just gonna start throwing them out there. So let me tell you who.
All right.
Oh, Azula. Let me tell you something about Azula. You want to talk about an evil, mean, fire-bending beast, bruh? Just shivers, chills, and anger down my spine. And I will put her on my team in a heartbeat, bruh. Like, she's a beast.
You know, Zeta, I forgot about Ruby. Thank you. I forgot all about Ruby. I wasn't even thinking about Supernatural.
So,
Tony said Kathy Bates in Misery.
So listen, she almost made my list.
Okay.
She was very close to making my list. Amanda Waller, dog.
Okay.
Not just any Amanda Waller. Amanda Waller in Young Justice. So let me tell you something. If you ever wanted to punch a woman, that's a woman you want to punch, but you won't.
Nope.
Not at all. Now, good old Yzma. Let me tell you something. Because Yzma is like, she's just mean and evil for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
It is Eartha Kitt embodied this character perfectly. She is as cruel as you can be in, let's go with almost current Disney, within almost current Disney standards, the kind of stuff that she does. She did basically try to kill Cusco. It just didn't work out because Krunk's stupid. But like, she really did try to kill Slim and take over, which is like, I mean, again, that's pretty Disney. Here's a joint sin.
Ooh, Melina.
Mortal Kombat.
Didn't know you was in Melina like that.
It's not even, I mean, here's the thing. Once they started rolling, like when Melina first came out in MK2, I was about Shorty. She was a beast. That teleport drop kick with the double size, like, all right, I'm all in. Yeah, Melina's she's like that and terrifying.
So that's Bay right there.
Hey, look, I feel you, Martin. I feel you. Sin.
Yeah, I actually got another one I should have added.
Asajj Ventress.
Yeah, she's a threat.
Let me tell you something. I'll be honest with you. I like this picture the best, but this is not my Ventress. My Ventress is from like the straight up 2D animated.
Yeah.
Like when she first showed up out of nowhere. Like dog walking. Like, where did she get all these powers from? As far as Star Wars is concerned, like female Sith, she just a straight up threat. Don't care about nothing. Just wants what she wants. Now we start getting into some of the old school for me. So Baroness from G.I. Joe. Yeah, see?
She should have been on my list because I've always loved her. To this day, I still love her.
Again, just like for real, like when I go back and think about like being a kid, watching G.I. Joe growing up, like she's one of the only like female antagonists I can even think of. And she held her own. Like there were times when it was questionable whether she was really running or Cobra Commander was for me. So I like that. She definitely had like Destro kind of like wrapped around her finger a little bit. It was like Tomax and Zaymon couldn't do nothing with her. Like she was a beast. Again, pulling from the childhood, Evil Lyn. He-Man was like my favorite thing growing up. Like my favorite thing growing up. And so Evil Lyn was like that antagonist who like I couldn't stand her. Right. But like when you really think about it, like she takes the place of two characters. Because like on the good side, like on the He-Man side of things, she is the sorceress, but she's also Teela. Because they didn't have any other females on that side. So she's like this combination of the two of them wrapped up into one. And it's like Taylor's this great fighter, blah, blah, blah. Sorcerer's is supposed to be like this great, powerful magic user, or whatever. And so she was an analog as one evil character. She was an analog for two of the good female characters, which I just think was dope. Going back to Young Justice. Fletcher.
Oh, yeah.
A threat.
Yeah.
Just a straight up threat. They could never really beat her. She would get in, get out. She'd get what she want. She would get out. She always had one up on them. Always one or two steps ahead of them. Just straight up beast. All right. So I got one more character before I start getting into like live action.
Okay.
Lady Dimitrescu. Resident Evil.
You with the Resident Evil 8.
A giant woman. Look, she don't even really last that long she has outlived like how long she lives in the game. She ain't even around that long, but she's such a threat. Look, Lady D, she's such a threat, bro, that it's like there's something about what they gave her, just that like Victorian era giant. Yeah, Sorceress was better than Evil Lyn, but again, Evil Lyn had to be the Sorceress and be Teela. I'm just saying, like Monique and Precious. Ooh, are you pulling out the true stops? Now, again, pulling from my child, Rita Repulsa, good one. I'm sure that's something that Jokes would have said.
If he was here, yeah.
Because I thought of Rita Repulsa, but I was like, she's not getting on my list. Miss Hannigan, bruh, from Annie. This might be the first woman I ever hated, dog. Straight up. I used to watch Annie all the time. Love the songs, love the movie, was all about it. Huge Carol Burnett fan. and she made me hate her in this. I hated her. I mean, I hated Rooster too, but it was her, which is like, she's kind of like this combination of what's her name from 101 Dalmatians?
Cruella.
Cruella, who almost made my list. But I don't love pets like most people do, so it's not the same thing for me. Now, let me tell you about Peyton Flanders. If you have never seen The Hand That Rocks the Cradle,
never seen it,
bruh, this woman right here, bruh, like,
to make you pull your hair out,
just out to ruin some people's lives because of, like, she lost her baby, lost her husband, and just like becomes a nanny. Miss Hannigan had, I mean, it's funny now, Ty, but like I hated her as a child. By the way, welcome to the show, late Ty. Yeah, Hand and Roster Cradle. I highly recommend it. Sam.
Okay.
Now, here's the thing. I have one more. And this Silk from Species.
I ain't seen Species in forever. Ooh.
Yeah, it's don't go back. Don't go back.
No, look, when you say that, which means I should go back.
No.
Because I can have a great time with it.
You might. Let me tell you about what. So Species has like one of the very first computer animated, like on-screen characters. Like, and it's
so
terrible.
Bad. It's gonna be so bad.
Like when you go back and you watch that joint now, it's real bad. Especially in like up-res. Yeah, Hand and Rock Cradle is a deep cut, sir. I'm glad you know about that though, Ty. All right, so this last one could be a spoiler. So I'm gonna do this very carefully. Hopefully everyone has seen 24.
Oh, yes, I've seen it. So
let me tell you something.
Okay, I was wondering. Yeah,
Nina Myers, dog.
Yeah.
Ooh, boy.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Ooh, boy.
Yeah.
You want to talk about somebody I learned to hate?
Yeah.
Like they put you on with Shorty in the beginning, and she with her like you. Hey, dog. When she turned, this. So the first season of 24 has one of the best wrestling heel turns in history, dog.
Yeah, see what you did. Damn it, see what you did. Now I'm about to watch 24 again. I'm literally about to watch 24 while I'm at work now.
So good, dog. And
that shit was
bro, I hated her. I wouldn't be surprised if people treated her the way you talk about them treating Cersei in the street.
Yeah.
If anybody could remember her. Because I don't think anybody knows who she is now. But I'm going to tell you what. In that moment, in like 2001.
And Marcus, Darlene, the little blonde hair girl in Ozark.
Ooh, hey, Slim.
I love her.
She a beast.
I love her.
She a beast, bro. And like, she a beast in the first season. Then she grows up. Like,
I think I might have seen either just the first or the first two. I know I need to go back and just give it a rewatch and finish it out. And yeah, but I loved her in that.
Yeah, that thing is the truth. Yeah, so those are some of my favorite female antagonists.
Zayna, we all hate Gabby from AOT.
All my homies hate Gabby.
After what she did, I cannot forgive her. I will never forgive her.
Real moves. I'm with that.
More time, so hey.
Real moves. I'm with that. Okay, so look, unless anybody else has any good ones, what we got? Show my husband Facts. Because she deserved to be on a hit list. Ursula. No doubt.
I hear this one a lot, Marcus. I need to just watch it. So many people hate her in anime from Tower of God, and I don't know why.
I'm gonna say I'm unfamiliar.
I'm familiar with the hate of her. I just haven't seen Tower of God yet.
I mean, look, it's a lot of them. Like, there's like Maleficent. But it's like here's the thing about Maleficent. So yeah, Evil Queen, Maleficent, Ursula, like any of the Disney joints, like Disney probably has more evil, like female antagonists. But here's the thing, like they've anti-heroed some of them. Like if you've seen the Maleficent movies, it's like she was evil, but she's not as bad as they made it seem. Like they kind of retconned her. And those movies are good. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So like it's kind of like that. Like probably one of the first antagonists that came to my mind was like Harley Quinn.
Thank you, Marcus.
Oh yeah, you're right.
That's Ruth. It's Ruth. Thank you.
That's right. That's Ruth. Was Harley Quinn, but like they've done so much.
That's why they didn't pick Harley Quinn. Because like for the same way we
make her good or something like that. That like
I didn't feel right picking her. Like as much as I fuck with Harley Quinn, pardon my French, but it's like you're a good guy at some points, and then you're a bad guy at some points. Like
it was just too hard. It was just too hard for me. And honestly though, when she was just like a Bellatrix Lestrange, also another good one, almost made my list for the Harry Potter fans.
Who was that?
Even when Harley was like basically pure evil, quote unquote, like when she was just like she's a bad guy, she was always really like a second, like because she was just kind of like a follower of Joker. So even then, she wasn't like she didn't feel like a threat. You know what I mean? Like she wasn't even close to being, like what they've made her into recently. All the Mean Girls and Mean Girls, no doubt. Hey, by the way, I am hearing incredibly good things about the Mean Girls musical. Like, did you know that there was a Mean Girls musical?
No, I've never seen Mean Girls. So,
well, one, you should, and two, there's a Mean Girls musical. Also, we didn't discuss the fact that they are bringing the Captain America musical to Disney.
Disney Plus.
No, like they're doing
Disney
at Disney parks.
Okay. 1000% Marcus, 1000% Queen of Hearts. Yes.
I know you could have said the Queen of Hearts from Alice in Wonderland.
Not the same.
It isn't.
Not the same.
That's not the same. But again, I'm not a fan of Alice in Borderland, so that's me. I wouldn't have, couldn't have. Heathers. Hey. Fact. I mean, look, Norma Bates almost made my list. Nurse Ratched. Definitely a joint that could have got. What's the mean lady name in the teacher in Matilda?
I don't know. I remember Matilda.
I'm gonna tell you who came close to making my list, even though it's like it's comedy. Frau from Austin Powers.
Okay.
He's just evil for the
okay.
Like it just.
You know what? I'll throw my girl Rhea Ripley from WWE because she's a heel. And I am absolutely in love with her.
I mean, sure. I guess it's a TV antagonist. Sure.
Yeah, she's bad. So hitting people wild with concertos.
That's only a matter of time before that changes.
And she flips, of course.
Forever. You know what I mean? Yeah. So no, Mean Girls doesn't have anything on Heathers. You're right, but still, good stuff. What's the dog? What is? I know you're not gonna know, Sin. What's the mean one from The Craft? Shoot, I can't think of her name, but she should have made my list because she was just like up there. But again, like it's one of them things. It's like it's hard to think of them, and then when you start rolling,
they all start flowing and coming in.
Start popping. Like they start coming to you. I don't think doing protagonists next week will be anywhere near as hard. But again, that's your homework for next week. So next week, favorite female protagonist. We also will have Frosty, Mari Frosty Britches. Mari Winterbottom will be on with us as a business owner. Vanessa, the leader from V. That is another good one.
Mm-hmm.
Cuddy, for sure. Trench Bolt. Facts. Yeah. Yeah, Mario will be on next week to hang out with us for Women's History Month. Sin, you got a job to do?
Yes, so let's shout out our top tier patrons. Started with Anthony Cunningham, Marcus Houston, Susan Dortch, Tyrone Carson, Meticulous Skin, Alex Lee, and Alex Mbe. Thank you very much. We truly,
Ellis Mbe,
truly.
not Alex Mbe. We gotta get him.
Sorry, I thought I said. Oh, my apologies, Ellis Mbe. We appreciate it. Thank you very much.
No doubt. Sin, what's happening in Thriller Park this week?
We are continuing Talentless Nana. None of us had ever seen this before, so this is the first time I think we might run into where this is new for all of us. Didn't know what to expect.
Okay.
And it's actually really interesting and pretty good so far. You know, like they're supposed to be,
That's
you know, we have these powers, we got to take down these crazy beasts that kill people, yada, yada, yada. All I got to say is, I ain't seen no crazy beast shit, but people are dying. People are dying. And it like the twist of it, like, okay, so is this how it's going to be the whole time? It's kind of shy. I don't want to spoil just what it is because it's a little bit of twist. Like once you get to the end of the first episode and they twist it on you, like, oh wow, so this is what's going on with the show. But so far it's good enough that all of our interests are like really, really peaked to see where this goes. Like, yeah. So that's Thursdays from 8 till
done.
Yeah, till we're done, pretty much. Because there are times where, you know, hey, let's watch this episode that just came out real quick since we're all still wide awake, you know.
Right.
But yeah, it'll be the next 3 episodes at least. So episodes 3 through 5. No, 4 through 6. 4 through 6 this week.
4 through 6, yeah.
Yeah, 4 through 6 this week in the Thriller Park Discord channel.
Dig it. This weekend, there's a slim possibility I might float through Annapolis Comic-Con just because it's there. It's happening this weekend, so I might float through that. So this Sunday, we're gonna get the final episode of The Last of Us. Meaning, what's going on, cuz? Meaning that on Monday, the 13th, so next Monday, we will be doing a live version of Spoiler Boys for the entire series of The Last of Us. I'm gonna highly recommend checking that out. So It's been wonderful so far, so I'm gonna highly recommend checking that out. The first episode for season 3, episode 1 of The Mandalorian is up for Spoiler Boys, so that is available for you to go and watch and or listen to on podcast services now. The second episode will go up on Monday as well, so you'll get that episode in the morning, and then we will do the live episode in the evening on Monday, on the 13th. Also, Sunday the 12th, daylight savings kicks in. So just remember that. You're going to lose some time. Just want you to know that. You might need an extra nap.
Yes. Yeah.
Just want you to be aware. The following week, next week, Shazam comes out. So there will be a Spoiler Boys for Shazam that hits the following Monday on the 20th, along with your third episode of The Mandalorian 3.
There's not going to be one, Doc.
Now, Doc, the movie for this month has been posted in Movie Club. We ended up having to change it because Creed wasn't available to stream in the US.
Correct.
So we ended up changing it to John Wick. So the movie of the month for this month is John Wick. The discussion for that movie is going to be on the 27th. So the last Monday of the month. So there's something happening every Monday this month, and every Tuesday this month, and every Thursday this month. There's a lot popping. I'm sure there's something wrestling happening. We'll let Jokes tell you.
Yeah, I'm along for the ride, but yeah, with the wrestling thing as of right now.
We'll let him tell you when it comes back.
Real quick, for those who didn't get a chance to see Demon Slayer at all over the weekend and didn't or may not be planning to go see it, I will just let you know that season 3, part 1, the opening of that episode is God tier. So just April 9th when it drops, just be ready. It's worth the wait. The opening at least is worth the wait. Everything else comes standard after the opening. But it's worth it. Okay,
drop the Beacons link.
It's already in there. sir.
Good job. Y'all know what to do. Hit the Beacons link. Follow us across the board. Share. We greatly appreciate it. More importantly, we appreciate you hanging out with us this evening.
See,
it's super important to us. We love having you all. Thank you for being here. I think we can close it out. Did I leave anything out, Sin?
No, we covered it all, actually. No, Zaina, since Zaina's asking, it's the last 2 episodes of season 2 and the first episode of season 1 that they're running in the theater. It's not like an actual movie. That's what it is.
Yeah,
so you get a chance to see.
It's fake. It's people complaining.
Yeah.
They do dust. Nah, dog, they told you.
Yeah.
you just didn't.
You were paying attention. Yeah.
You didn't read.
So
yeah.
April 9th is the release date for season 3. So if you don't feel like going there to go see just the 1 episode, then just wait till April 9th.
All right. We're gonna wrap it up. So in order to go out, I will leave you with this. Just because you have a well thought out plan doesn't make it a good idea. With that, we are out. Toodles and lose.
Loading snacks.